guys, my friends on YouTube, welcome back to Karge's Orchids. This is not an orchid haul, as it may seem. It's an update on a soon-to-be a 1-year-old orchid haul from Schwerter Orchid in Germany. I got the orchids, I think on the 24th of March 2021, and this is what it looked like today. Not so bad really, but some of them are missing. Unfortunately, 3 of them are no longer with us. So, but I will talk to the course and about it later on, what happened and so on. And this video is going to have this, exactly the same management as for my previous videos, update videos. You're going to see a short clip when I unwrap the orchid in question and my reaction, if I thought it was too small or if it was too large, or whether it was in spike or not and had a new growth and so on and so forth. So you can see for yourself what it looked like when I got it and what it looks like right now, today. Yeah, let's start with the Paphiopedilum Ratcharianum times Paphiopedilum Exul. I think it's producing another fan. Great. It does not happen often when it comes to growing Paphiopedilum Ratcharianums. That much I can say. Paphiopedilum Exul times Ratcharianum. Looks like this. I have not yet repotted it. I saw no reason, and I still cannot see or find any reason to repot him. Look at his roots. Lovely, lovely. Still some hairs. They are everywhere. A huge root system. Alive and kicking. And I was pleased with the orchid when I got it. And it had something more coming. A little new fan. And the fans are even more in numbers today. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, 3 new since I got it. And I must say that I'm really, really pleased. No blooming yet. Yeah. It's a vigorous one, and it receives quite a lot of light on the upper shelf, and he's watered, when it's almost dry, not approaching, but kind of sort of almost really bone dry. I'm not so scared of skipping or watering every once in a while on the green leafed ones, as I said in earlier videos. So I think this one has got a lot to offer in the future for us. Really nice. Yay! It's a Dendrobium Piranha twist. It's a good size one. It is flowering size. You can see it's lovely new growth here coming on. So why is the tray blank? Yeah, it's because the little Dendrobium Piranha twist is no longer with us. It's in orchid heaven. It caught the same stuff, undetermined stuff, as this guy has. This one is somewhat recovering after being sprayed with cumulus, this fungus disease pesticide, as well as my leaf gloss. But I'm not sure what it is. Yeah. And its new growth turned yellow. Its leaves turned yellow. And the whole growth rotted off. It tried to produce another one. Same thing happened to that one. Even after being treated with pesticide. And the huge cane it arrived with dropped all of its leaves. Maybe that's natural. But yeah, in my world, that's called disease and a sick plant, which I didn't want to have amongst my other orchids in my collection. Could easily spread. As you could see, this is a neighbor plant. Yeah. So no more Piranha twist. Sorry to say, but that's the way it is. This is Phalaenopsis Mickey Big Wave Pyloric. And this one has got patterned leaves as well. Yes. But it's a nice one. New leaves coming up there in the middle. Good roots. Well, not much to complain about. Lovely foliage. So, Mickey Big Wave pyloric today. Yeah, finally, looking great. No blooms yet, but I bet there soon will be. Since now it's supposed to be blooming size. Good new roots, in growing stage, maybe a little spike coming really soon. Look at his roots, just watered. But I need to get rid of the top layer of sphagnum moss with the adge on. It will suffocate, stuff the roots as well as it will eat the nutrients provided. So it's a good thing to remove the sphagnum moss when it's got algae on it, growing on it. So this I will do today, as this orchid is up on the table. Yeah, and I will not replace it with some more new fresh sphagnum moss. I will replace it with my newly washed coconut husk fiber chips brick. It's now dry. It's been drying for a week. It takes forever almost to dry the stuff. But now I can put it in some buckets and some containers and hide it away. It's a good media to put on top. As a little top layer, doesn't matter. So the algae won't find its way one more time. Especially now, during, soon to be spring and summertime. Hot weather and a lot of sun. Yeah, you know the drill. So, now, looking even better. This one is one of the other quite young Phalaenopsis orchids. Phalaenopsis L-Hysin Spot Leopard Pyloric. Of course, pyloric. It looks almost the same. Almost the same size as the other one. Not much of a difference. But, yeah, good roots. Some new root tips there. In sphagnum moss. Quite a while until this one will bloom for me. Well, perhaps 1 year. I think it will take 1 year. Quite expensive though, but so lovely. Phalaenopsis L-Hysin Spot Leopard Pyloric. It had 12 to 18 months to blooming size, but I think this one is coming on nicely. And it's growing a little bit too fast for me to really believe that this one still has got 1 year left, or no, 6 months left to blooming size. Maybe this could be a little spiky, or it's probably a new root, but it could be a new spike, really. And let's see what else. I didn't say much about it, more than I liked its blooms. And it had some stuff going on to its leaves as well. But now they're coming out clean, really nice. And the top layer shall be replaced on this orchid as well. Easily, like this. And the little mixture is already gets to go to the side here, so it's, just grab a little bit and fill it up. Top layer. Goodly good, good one. Rising, shining, standing on its toes. Really in good growing state right now. Looking forward to see its blooms. And this one should be flowering size. And, well, it's a lot smaller than the one I already got, but it's not the same variety. This one is called Sunspots. Now, it's got a couple of lovely new roots there. And if I put her in good light next to the other one, we can compare them. Alright? Sunspots. Yes. Myrmecatavola, Francis Fox, Sunspots today. A really, really good grower. Her new growth, it's exceptionally large. Good color to the leaves, sturdy leaves, nothing dead. And her root system is amazing in the semi-hydroponic setup. She adapted so fast. You couldn't believe your eye. So, this one hasn't got long till it's about to bloom, or able to bloom. If growing in this fast speed, it will bloom really soon. So this one I'm really, really, really pleased with its progress. Fun to compare this one's blooms and my ordinary Recharra Francis Fox blooms. Yeah, I wasn't really, really satisfied with my other one's blooms. But yeah, I was notified that it may been due to lack of good sunlight. But I think that I had it in the almost the very best sunlight I can ever give that one. Possibly give that one. So, well, let's see about this one. So happy. So, what on earth is this lovely guy? Take a guess. No, it's on a mount. I didn't really notice when I looked at it, but it doesn't really matter. It's Dendrobium Tetragonum, variation Giganteum. Yeah, it's the one with giant flowers. No, not giant, but a little bit wider, a little bit larger flowers than the original one Dendrobium Tetragonum has. And it cannot stay on a mount. I'm sorry to say, because it's such a lovely mount, but it's a healthy one, and it's a large one, and it's been blooming, as you can see, on several places as well. Almost every cane. All of the canes. Yeah, so it sure is flowering size, and it had a good price as well for such a lovely sized orchid. So guys, here's the Tetragonum variation Giganteum today. An extremely good grower. I don't know if you remember, but it only had about 2 large canes, drooping canes. But today it's got 5 of those. And its latest cane, large cane, is really good size now. So it's adjusted really well. It had a couple of new growth just withering away, but not anymore. This one also caught the fungal disease, the same disease as my Piranha twist Dendrobium, also a Dendrobium. So now you know why I'm not so fond of keeping Dendrobiums. They all get this stuff. And it may be due to that I have them in the same area, very same position, for me to know where my Dendrobium orchids are. Yeah. Seemed like a good idea at the time. But look at its root system. Even though it's been taken off quite fiercely from its mount and everything. Look. It needs quite a lot of water, this guy. Really. So, and a lot of humidity. So maybe this one will be a candidate for my soon-to-come cultivation cabinet. It's soon here. I'm trying to arrange the transport and some people now, and I think I'm almost... we're almost getting there, so yeah. You're going to be in the locker, in the cabinet, for some more humidity. Anyway, I'm really pleased with this orchid now. Paphiopedilum Henryanum. Well, this one should be flower size. And it's got mottled leaves and nice foliage, I think. They're not only plain green leaves, I think. Yes, but good roots. It's a bit small, but I don't know so much about this variety. So, Paphiopedilum Henryanum today, not yet repotted, still sitting in its bark mixture, in its frosted little plastic pot. Not disturbed, in other words, yet, but it will be soon, and I will repot him in the Schwerter Paphiopedilum mix that I got. Yeah. Looks like this. A little bit of crushed seashells, some stuff to it. Yes. It's always getting what it's used to in the beginning. Same kind of setup. But it's, let's see what I said. I thought it had a little bit of mottled leaves, but I may have been wrong about it. That little detail. And it's grown a lot, as you can see. I think a few new canes here. Yeah, here's one, at least, which has been produced since I got it. Maybe this one as well, I'm not sure really, but yeah, it's growing and looks a little bit fuller, don't you think? So, yeah, nice one. No blooms yet, even though it should have been or is blooming size. A spike. Beautiful. On this small size one, it's this variegated peloric Phalaenopsis, I might add. This small but still flowering size, that's a good thing. That's what we want, isn't it? And its name is Phalaenopsis Sogo Vivian Sogo F858. Alright, and it should be peloric. Her foliage is lovely, variegated. Something different to look at, I think. Here's the little Phalaenopsis Sogo, Vivian Sogo, F858. I made a care collab on this guy about 1 year ago when she was in bloom. I got her in spike, as you saw. Really nice. And yeah, as many other YouTubers say, its new leaves comes out kind of sort of less variegated. So, I cannot say if this one has been growing on nicely or not. Old spike. I think it produced these 3 leaves in my care. So, well, at least it's straightening out itself. Kind of sort of rising again. Stretching to the air, to the sky. Looks healthy and strong now, so yeah. Let's see if there will be a new spike, another spike. And same goes with this one. Peel off the top layer when we're at it. So we'll save this guy some nutrients. Oh, a nice one, really. Very, very good roots in growing stage. So, it may be a spike soon. Yep. Ah, beautiful. Good roots. All over the place here in this little pot. And it's my... Phalaenopsis Duaciana Sogo. I guess you've all seen this variety before. And, yeah, it almost looks like a white Schelleriana. And this lovely, lovely mottled foliage again. Beautiful. And this one has got 1 year to flowering size. And here's the Phalaenopsis Duaciana Sogo CC / American Orchid Society. Yeah, it's grown a lot, as you can see. It's kind of sort of good size today. And you can see other things than only area roots, can you? The green leaf tips, growing root tips. Yeah, it's a spike. Yeah, it said it was 12 months to blooming size. And it's been about 11 months, so they were quite right. Amazingly right. So in a couple of weeks, we may see a few blooms here. So it's been taken off tremendously well. The last couple of months, really. So, I think she's doing great. If it wasn't for this top layer, everything would have been so smooth. So, yeah. Just add a little bit of coconut husk fiber when we're at it, when I'm holding the orchid. So, needless to say that I'm really pleased with this one, this purchase. Yeah. And it's called RLC Jairak Conure. I think, yeah. And this one has got orange petals and sepals and a lovely, lovely light pink lip. So she was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous to look at. But, well, not well, I cannot have an orchid that's bare-rooted in my collection. I don't think this one will last, so perhaps as her new roots seem to be quite new, perhaps I can try to put her in semi-hydro. And the Jairak Conure, or Contour, as said on the tag, is no longer with us. It didn't find it appropriate to be sitting in semi-hydroponics to be converted. And yeah, I didn't release it from the net basket even. And the root tips all died off, of course. It smelled really bad. It smelled sour, really. Like an old well. And yeah, it's no longer with us, as I said. I tried to release it from its nest basket and pot him up in something else, but he caught black rot. So yeah, there will be no more RSC Jairak Conure for me in my collection. Never again. So, end of story. Yay! Moniara Millennium Magic Witchcraft. Yay, finally I got a decent size sample of this one. Finally I got it. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for this good size orchid. This made my day. It really did. Yay! This one is doing a lot better than my Conure or whatever his name is. This is funny. I never really did repot it. I got it out from its pot and placed it in a little bit larger pot, a 9 centimeter instead of 7 centimeter, which arrived in, and placed a thin layer of sphagnum moss around it only, and pressed it down to this little pot and down into this moody mug. And I kept the bottom as a reservoir, shall we say, a water reservoir, quite heavily feeded. I fed it really nicely. And what else did I do? Yeah, this is the little tiny growth you can see. It's just as tall as previous year's growth, and of course a bit plumper. But as you can see, as always with my Catacedony types, yay, slim to the base, slimmer than the one from the previous year. Always slimmer. I don't know the reason for that, but I tried this year to give this one a trickle, only a trickle of water during its resting period, its dormancy, just to see what happened. Yeah, and what did happen? Yeah, nice. Look at its roots. The old roots are starting to become alive again. Can you see the root tips? So they are alive. So I see no reason to cut them off this time. It was just a little experiment, nothing else. And it also produced this one in late summer, this little tiny underdeveloped cane, which is also, I can see now that it's starting to create a little new growth down there. And of course, it's new, this year's growth. This one is going to be a good one. It's starting to produce some lovely new roots here. But, what to do? Well, other than only fill up the top layer, only a little bit of sphagnum moss. Nothing more and nothing less. And I will keep the kind of sort of partially old sphagnum moss, even this year. And I'm going to give it a trickle to the bottom, so the roots will seek the way down there. As you can see, they are alive, so why not trigger them and tease them to produce some more branching and stuff and root tips. You shall see. Funny discovery, really. As to say that the old roots are not so capable and so good on taking up nutrients and water. Yeah, we shall see about that, really. These are the new, oldest roots, so with green root tips. Yeah, there's always an exception to the rule in the orchid world, so really happy with this guy. Paphiopedilum, Hirsutissimum. This is a species. I think this one is a little bit more difficult one, considering care and stuff. I think this is a candidate for being outside during summertime and to taste a little bit of lower night temperatures to thrive. Yay! What do we see here? Repotting session? Yeah, it's going to be a short repotting session today as well. Why not squeeze in as much as possible in every video that I make? Really, that's the kind of person I am, so yeah. Paphiopedilum Hirsutissimum. Looking like this today. what did we say about this one? It was repotted 2 months later in May in a far too water retentive media. So I believe that you can tell by its whole appearance that it is not liking it in here, really not liking it. Yeah, it retains too much water. I mean, this is a plain green leafed one, really. And they don't need all that much water to its media. So all of its roots are kind of sort of dead. Yeah, and that's my fault. Yeah, some are alive, good, or partially alive. Yeah, and some of them are just falling off. Yeah, this root is okay. This one is kind of sort of alive, but this one is not. Not much left, as you can see. That's why it's looking so gross, this little orchid. It's my fault. I didn't know. But there is some new goodly good stuff coming there. So there will be a new root system. If not kept too wet, that is. Yeah, as you can see, you should consider growing plain green leafed ones and a little bit less water retentive media. This is a living proof. Yeah, these guys are alive, as I said. And some new coming, so really, but it needs to be downsized, this little pot. Here, I got this perfect pot for it, also frosted. A lot smaller. Yeah. Let's see here. Smaller pieces are to the bottom, and that's the ones I need. Yeah, I would like to have some water retentive material in it, of course. But as usual, I'm going to use a little bit of my rock wool for a little bit of water retentiveness in there. Just a little bit. Yes. And maybe place the little orchid. New growth here, new growth there. Root system was a little bit deeper than imagined. So, like this. And a bit of this as well. So, some space to the front side. I think this one will do better in this media. It will dry out a lot faster. Don't place it far too high up. The new roots will come out and dry off instantly. So, yes, good. Easy peasy go, I think. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's gonna be good. Gonna leave it be there and let the roots it still has get a chance to dry up a little bit. So, and Cyclia cordigera. I love the flowers on this one. I really do. But I also like pseudobulbs, beautifully shaped pseudobulbs. So I really have a thing for fat, plump pseudobulbs. Round pseudobulbs, that is. So this one is a beauty. Unfortunately, she's sitting in sphagnum moss, but I will make a soft repotting on her and she would do just fine. And yeah, yet another blank tree. The cordigera. Yeah, if you saw the repot or not repot session, which was followed up by the actual haul video, which I'm going to link to, of course. I'm going to link to both of them in this video, in the description box. But the cordigera, at first glance, I thought it looked really, really nice, really, really healthy. a kind of sort of good one. A little bit smaller than expected, but really a good plant. But imagine my surprise when I removed a little old dried out sheath to the largest pseudobulb and found some rotting, some cold damage. So that's why hopefully I will not, buy orchids too early the season. It's better to wait. So I had some cold damage, and which was followed up by some rotting to the pseudobulb. And I had to cut it off, the rotten part, and so far so good, and a little bit of cinnamon did the job and dried it out and disinfected it, but it didn't end there. I think you all seen in a few other orchid channels a couple of orchid growers struggling with that plant, with some fungus disease, some spottings, some rotting, and the plant not being happy in our conditions. So I'm sad to say that happened to me as well. So yeah, it didn't work. So instead of spreading the disease, I throw it away. Yeah, it got these ugly patches to the leaves, brown spots and yellowing leaves, and I grew tired of it, and I didn't want it to spread whatever it caught. But it didn't look that way when I got it, so, except for the cold damage. So maybe that particular plant, orchid and Cyclia cordigera, is susceptible of getting orchid diseases. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure, but I don't think I will ever get one of those again. I wouldn't want to dare. But anyway, you cannot win them all. 10 out of 13 plants, still looking awesome, I think. Except for the Hirsutissimum, but that was my fault. And it's coming on, as you saw. So, well, I will still give this little haul a little thumbs up, really. Since the other ones were of such a good quality and growing so nicely now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And now it's about time to go out and take a walk in this lovely, lovely February weather. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.